Is the screen visible? Can you all see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. So some of the boxes were left. Yesterday we talked about partition and what happened there. That as I was telling you all, lakhs and lakhs of refugees were there. You know, interesting बात क्या हुई? The main thing, the British. Everyone knows the British divided India, and anyone can tell me what is the name of the line of the border between India and Pakistan? Anyone knows? The line which divides India and Pakistan. What is the name of that line?
Sir, don't.
No, Radcliffe line. Radcliffe line. So the British had sent some Mr. Radcliffe to make, you know, the partition border. So he studied everything. But, you know, let us say it was decided that on 15th of August 1947, partition will happen. So logically, at least the British should have had announced which cities, which villages will fall on Pakistan and which cities and which villages will fall inside India. That is, they should have declared where will be the border at least 15 or 20 days before the partition so that people could move from one place to another properly. Yes, ऐसा ही ना करना चाहिए था.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
यस एटलीस्ट लोगों को तो समय मिलना चाहिए ना अपनी पूरी लाइफ को उठा के वो एक देश से दूसरे देश जाएंगे यू नो बिकॉज देयर वर मेनी पीपल इन पाकिस्तान you know especially Hindus who did not wanted to live in Pakistan. So same way there were many Muslims in India who did not wanted to stay in India. They wanted to go to Pakistan. But पता तो होना चाहिए ना पाकिस्तान और इंडिया है कहाँ पे. हाँ पता तो होना चाहिए ना कहाँ पे पाकिस्तान शुरू हो रहा है और कहाँ पे इंडिया शुरू हो रहा है वेयर द बॉर्डर्स आर स्टार्टिंग इवन ऑन द डे ऑफ 15th August 1947 people were not knowing that where is India and where is Pakistan actually, if their house is in Pakistan or if their house is in India. Why the British did something like that? British, you know, after 15th August 1947, you know, just a day after, as soon as the independence happened, it was announced where is Pakistan and where is India. That is on 14th August. Everyone knows that Pakistan's Independence Day celebrated on 14th August. Do you know about this?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So, you know, it was on 14th and 15th August that people got to know where is India and where is Pakistan. So there was utter confusion. There was terror. Yesterday we talked about the Direct Action Day, which was planned by the Muslim League, which led to mass communal riots in Kolkata, in which thousands of people died. Yes. Yesterday we read about the Direct Action Day. Yes, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Others, see that will happen if you will not read what I have taught you that day only. So what happened suddenly, हो सकता है 300 साल 400 साल से पड़ोस में एक साथ सब लोग रह रहे, Hindu and Muslims were living all together, but this politics of partition, this Muslim League's propaganda that Congress will not support you, and same way, whatever things happened, the British policy of divide and rule and all these things led to so much of animosity between the Muslims and Hindus that सब खून के प्यासे हो गए एक दूसरे के. Not all over India, especially जहाँ पे partition हो रहा था in the border areas, and Hindus started killing Muslims and Muslims started killing Hindus, and untold atrocities happened with the women. So what happened, हिंदू जो है उनको पता नहीं इंडिया कहाँ पे है, इंडिया का बॉर्डर कहाँ पे, वो जैसे तैसे सब कुछ लेके भाग के इंडिया में आने लगे, that is in parts of Amritsar and all these places, and Muslims started going there. और इसी जाने और आने में, anyone has seen those movies, Gadar? Anyone has seen that movie, very famous movie, Gadar?
Yes, sir. I
Yes,
have
sir.
seen.
No, sir.
Very old movie. Gadar is there, and there are many other movies. So in Gadar, you all must have seen those scenes of communal violence, isn't it? In that the partition related scenes are there. Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So imagine students, and uske baad, in India, millions of refugees came in India. Some lakh refugees came in India. Who are refugees? Those people who came from the other side of the border in India, leaving everything there. जो हिंदू लोग पाकिस्तान से यहाँ आ गए, not only Hindu students, even some Muslim families, those who are very patriotic towards India, even there were very few, but there were some Muslim families who did not wanted to stay in Pakistan, and they also came in India, and they had to left everything. उनको बस अपना जान बचा के इधर आना था. So students, they left everything, their house, money, everything. So when these refugees came inside India, they had no job, they had no house, they had no money, they have no food, nothing. So don't you think it was a huge burden for the independent government of India to take care of these refugees, to settle them down, to give them jobs, to give them house and everything? Yes, it would have been a big challenge for the new government of India to settle down these
Yes.
millions of refugees. Yes, so that was a very big problem कि कैसे refugees को हम लोग settle करें, इतने लोग जो आए हैं इंडिया में. And huge, large camps in Delhi, in the grounds of the old Delhi fort and in Firozshah Kotla, in those areas, bade camps बनाए गए where those refugees stayed not only for months, even sometimes for years. And later on, slowly, they were settled down. So that was the horror of partition. So here you all can see millions of people were forced to flee their homes, torn asunder. Torn asunder मतलब एकदम अलग हो गए थे, एकदम बिखर गए थे from their homelands. They were reduced to being refugees in alien lands. Alien land means ऐसा नहीं जहाँ पे alien, the word alien means अनजाना जगह, some place or someone whom you don't know, a place, someone you don't know or someone, so that's alien. So alien lands. Partition also meant that India changed many of its cities, changed, and a new country, Pakistan, was born. So many cities, so many important places went there. So the joy of our country's independence from British rule came mixed with the pain of violence of partition. एक तरफ आजादी की खुशी थी, दूसरी तरफ बहुत बड़ा गम भी था कि इंडिया जो है वो डिवाइड हो गया. Here you can see refugees. Okay. So the chapter is finished, but we will study some of the boxes which are given. First, we will go here. Women in the freedom struggle, Ambabai from Karnataka. Students, I think I told you all कि civil disobedience movement and Dandi March के time पे thousands and thousands of women for the first time participated in the national movement. Yes, हम लोगों ने पढ़ा था ये. If you remember, peasants, tribals, women participated in large numbers.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. So, women in the freedom struggle, Ambabai from Karnataka. Let us read about Ambabai of Karnataka. Okay, Krishna, please read it. Krishna, please read it. Looks like Krishna is not interested. Good. Acha, he's interested. Good. Krishna, read fast. Jaldi padho.
So can I read?
Wait, Krishna, read. What are you doing? I think maybe it's network problem. Okay. Drish, no. Aisha. Aisha always also remains very quiet in this.
Women from diverse backgrounds participated in the national movement. Young and old, single and married, they came from rural and urban areas. From both conservative and liberal homes, their involvement was significant for the freedom struggle, for the women's movement, and for themselves personally.
Okay, wait. Thank you. Women from diverse backgrounds, that is from different backgrounds, from rich, poor, single, old, married, unmarried, whatever, from all kind of backgrounds, be it from rural areas or from urban areas. कंजर्वेटिव एंड लिबरल होम्स. कंजर्वेटिव मींस जो रूढ़िवादी होते हैं, जो ऑर्थोडॉक्स सोच के होते हैं, एंड लिबरल मींस जो फ्री सोच के होते हैं, ओपन माइंडेड पीपल. So from all kind of backgrounds, women came in the national movement, participated. Their involvement was significant for the freedom struggle. And women, students, in one of the last chapters, we studied that how the condition of women was bad in India, isn't it? How women were only confined to homes. Yes, we studied in the last chapter. Before this chapter, we have studied that. So, women were also fighting not only for nation's development, nation's independence, but they were also fighting for their own rights and for themselves personally. Good. Now, Om, read. Another silent student. Om, quickly read the second paragraph. No. Okay. Pushkar, read.
Both British official and Indian nationalists felt that women participation gave the national struggle and emerged sport. Participation in freedom movement brought women out of their homes. It gave them a place in the professions, in the governance of India, and could pay of equality with men.
Correct.
What such
So,
participation for
wait. Both British officials and Indian nationalists felt, British officials, that means British officials, the officers, and Indian nationals, that is Indian leaders, felt that women's participation gave the national struggle an immense force. Obviously, औरत जो है वो आधी आबादी है. Women make up the half of the population. So if even women will join, obviously it will give a lot of force towards the national struggle. Participation in the freedom movement brought women out of their homes. For the first time, they all came from the char divari of their houses. It gave them a place in the professions, in the governance of India. Women like Sarojini Naidu and so many others, Kamala Nehru, Kasturba Gandhi, and so many other women, they participated in the governance of India. They participated in the elections. They became members of the Indian National Congress. And it could pave the way for equality with men. So, women's participation in the national movement also led to the beginning of women's equality with men in India for the first time. Okay. Shweta, read it. The next one. The next paragraph. Everyone be quiet, quick. Rimjim, read quickly.
What?
Achha. Shweta, you are there in the class. I
Yes.
asked you to read the paragraph. What such participation meant.
Yes, sir. What such participation meant for women is best recounted by them. Ambabai of Karnataka had been married at age 12, widowed at 16. She picked foreign clothes and liquor shops on Udupi. She was arrested, served a sentence, and was re-arrested. Between pricing terms, she made speeches, taught spinning, and organized Prabhat Paris. Ambabai regarded this as the happiest day of her life because they gave it a new purpose of commitment.
Correct. So, obviously the women could only tell how important the national movement was for them. So what such participation meant for women is best recounted. Recounted means is best told by the women only. Ambabai of Karnataka had been married at the age of 12. Bal Vivah tha us samay. Widowed at 16. By the 16, she was already widowed. She picketed foreign cloth. Picketed means dharna pradarshan kiya uske khilaf. She boycotted foreign cloth and liquor shops in Udupi. Udupi is a South Indian city. Liquor shops, sharab ki dukane. She was arrested, served a sentence. Served a sentence means she served some days or whatever days was given by the court in jail, and she was again rearrested. Between prison terms, she made speeches. Between prison terms means jab wo bahar nikli, she made speeches, taught people spinning of the khadi and organized प्रभात फेरीज. प्रभात फेरीज क्या होते हैं? सुबह के टाइम पे लोग कीर्तन करने निकल जाते हैं एक साथ, एक ग्रुप बना के. हाँ, वंदे मातरम गाने निकल जाएंगे पूरे शहर में, भारत माता की जय, and like that प्रभात फेरीज very early in the morning people used to do that in groups. Ambabai regarded these as the happiest days of her life because they gave it a new purpose and commitment. Otherwise, एक विधवा की लाइफ में कुछ नहीं होता था. We studied her head was shaved and how terribly she was treated. So a widow, she could go outside, she could interact with people, she found a new meaning for her life, a new aim for her life. Last, women, however, had to fight for their right to participate in the movement. During the Salt Satyagraha, for instance, even Mahatma Gandhi was initially opposed to women's participation. See, even Mahatma Gandhi suffered from orthodox mentality little bit during that time, that Mahatma Gandhi was also not ready to allow women's participation in the Salt Satyagraha, in the Dandi March, in the civil disobedience movement. It was Sarojini Naidu who persuaded Mahatma Gandhi that he should allow women to join the movement. Okay, everyone understood this topic? Women in the freedom struggle?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let us go to the next one. Veer Lakhan Nayak was hanged. What is this? Let us see. Baji Muhammad, president of the Nabarangpur Congress. Students, Congress, Indian National Congress was a big party, but its branches were there all over India. In even small villages and cities also, Indian National Congresses branches were there and its members were there. So Baji Muhammad was the president of the Nabarangpur Congress of Odisha in the 1930s. Okay, Digant is not there. Our Odisha boy? No. On August 25th, 1942, 19 people died on the spot in police firing at Paparandi in Nabarangpur. 19 people, maybe they were satyagrahis, they were protesting. Many died thereafter from their wounds. Over 300 were injured. My goodness. More than 1,000 were jailed in Koratpur district. Several were shot or executed. Shot means goli se maar diya gaya ya to baad mein फांसी दे दी गई, executed. Veer Lakhan Nayak, a legendary tribal leader who defied the British, was hanged. Veer Lakhan Nayak was a tribal leader. Remember that. He was hanged. And ये कब हुआ? 1942. Students, 1942 कौन सा मूवमेंट चल रहा था उस समय? सिविल डिसोबीडियंस मूवमेंट और क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट?
Quit India movement.
Quit India movement, correct, the last movement. Nayak, Baji tells us, was not worried about being executed. Nayak, Veer Lakhan Nayak, who was the tribal leader, he was not worried to die. Only sad that he would not live to see freedom's dawn. कोई भी freedom fighter मरने से नहीं डर रहे थे. Everyone were ready to give up their life for Mother India. But the only sadness they had that they won't be able to see independent India. Baji Muhammad mobilized 20,000 people to join the national struggle. Baji Muhammad inspired 20,000 people, made them agree to join the national struggle. He offered satyagraha many times over. He participated in protests against the Second World War and in the Quit India movement and served long-term jails. So that was Veer Lakhan Nayak was hanged. So you can see how people were always ready to die for the country. Next. Students, here can you see this photograph? I think you all can identify some of the leaders. Who is this leader at the back? Here, sitting.
Sir, he is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel.
Okay. Others, what do you think? Who is this leader? At the back, sitting here. Bolo? My sleepy students. Yes, it's correct. It's Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Then it's Mahatma Gandhi. Anyone can tell me who is this member? I think it is even written. Wearing
Maulana.
Kalam Azad. His full name was Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. Do you know he is the grandfather of one of the Bollywood actors, very famous Bollywood actors? Anyone can tell me?
Saif Ali Khan.
No, Amir Khan. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad is the grandfather of Amir Khan. So he was a great freedom fighter. He also became one of the first ministers. So Maulana Abul Kalam Azad with other members at the Congress working Committee, Sevagram, 1942. So, Azad was born in Mecca to a Bengali father and an Arab mother. That's interesting. To a Bengali father and Arab mother. Maulana Azad Mecca में born हुए थे. Well versed in many languages. Obviously, if he is born in Arab country, his father is Bengali, so obviously he would have known Bengali, he would have known Arabic, he would have known English, Hindi, Persian, many languages. Well versed in many languages, Azad was a scholar of Islam. Islam के बहुत बड़े scholar थे. He knew about his religion very nicely and an exponent of the notion of Wahadat-e-Deen. What is that? The essential oneness of all religions. बच्चों इसको underline कर ले. Wahadat-e-Deen मतलब all religions are one. All religions teach us the same thing. No religion teaches us his hate. So Wahadat-e-Deen means the essential oneness of all religions. An active participant in Gandhian movements. He was very active with Mahatma Gandhi in all his movements, be it civil disobedience, be it Quit India movement. He was one of the leaders. And a staunch advocate of Hindu-Muslim unity. Staunch advocate matlab very, very, very strong advocate. Advocate matlab supporter of the unity of Hindus and Muslims. He was opposed to Jinnah's two-nation theory. Jinnah ने two-nation theory दिया था. What was two-nation theory? The theory that Muslims won't be represented properly in India. Muslims will be neglected in India. Indian National Congress will not give any political freedom to Muslims. So Muslims need an independent country. So for Hindus, it should be India, and for Muslims, it should be Pakistan. This was the two-nation theory given by Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Yaad rakhna hamesha. Two-nation theory. So see, here we have another Muslim leader. There were many such Muslim leaders who were in favor of India's unity. Next, can you all see this photograph? Mahatma Gandhi and this person?
Yes, sir.
Very
Yes, sir.
important, very, very important. इनका नाम हमेशा याद रखना. Chakravarti Rajgopalachari. Many times he is written as C. Rajgopalachari. Chakravarti Rajgopalachari speaking to Gandhiji before the Gandhi Jinnah talks, 1944. What is this? A veteran nationalist. Veteran means, veteran is someone जो किसी line में बहुत दिनों से है, बहुत सालों का उनके पास experience है. Like we can say Amitabh Bachchan is a veteran actor because he is in the acting line since many years. He has much experience. So veteran nationalist means C. Rajgopalachari was in the field of politics, was in the field of national freedom movement for many years. And he was one of the leaders of Salt Satyagraha in the South. Wow, you know, Salt Satyagraha happened in the South also. C. Rajgopal. Sorry, everyone. C. Rajgopalachari, popularly known as Rajaji. उनको लोग राजाजी बोलते थे. He was not a Raja, but people, you know, lovingly called him Rajaji. Served as member of the interim government of 1946 and as a Free India's first Indian Governor General. क्या हुआ था? बच्चों कल हम लोगों ने पढ़ा था ना, इंडिया में 1937 में एक बार इलेक्शंस हुए थे under the British. What was the year when again elections happened in India? Under the British rule.
1950.
Under the British rule. कल ही पढ़ा था बच्चों. Yesterday only we studied. Here.
1951.
Here, everyone. 1946. याद रखना. 1946 में दोबारा इलेक्शंस हुए थे जिसमें कि जनरल कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज में कांग्रेस डिड वेरी वेल, बट इन द मुस्लिम कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज, रिजर्व्ड कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज, इंडिया मुस्लिम लीग डिड वेरी वेल. सो interim government बनाया था. Interim means a temporary government was made for India in 1946 elections, and Rajaji served as a member there. And as India's first students, everyone knows now about Governor General. You have read about Governor Generals, yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So Chakravarti Rajgopalachari. So just after India's independence, you know, there was not the post of president, but there was the Governor General. So for some months, Rajgopalachari, he became the first Indian Governor General of India. First and the last. पहले इंडियन गवर्नर जनरल इंडिया के कौन हुए? चक्रवर्ती राजगोपालाचारी, और आखिरी इंडियन गवर्नर जनरल भी वही थे। आफ्टर दैट गवर्नर जनरल का पोस्ट जो है वो हटा दिया गया था। नेक्स्ट, हियर Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, we all can recognize him. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel played an important role in the negotiations for independence during 1947. Patel hailed from an impoverished peasant proprietor family of Nadiad, Gujarat. Impoverished means बहुत ही गरीब किसान फैमिली से वो थे. A foremost organizer of the freedom movement from 1918 onwards. 1918 से ही ये आजादी के आंदोलन में आ गए थे. Patel served as the president of the Congress in 1931. And the last, here we have the two very famous people, Mahatma Gandhi and Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was with Mahatma Gandhi, Bombay, September 1944, an ambassador of Hindu-Muslim unity until 1920. Interestingly, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, 1920 tak, he was also wanting that Hindus and Muslims should be united. Muhammad Ali Jinnah also worked for Hindu-Muslim unity, you know. And Jinnah played an important role in the making of the Lucknow Pact. Lucknow Pact क्या था, students? Lucknow Pact was a very important agreement between Indian National Congress and Muslim League. He reorganized the Muslim League after 1934. So 1920 में बच्चों क्या हुआ था? Muslim League और Indian National Congress, they came together. They joined their hands and they said we will work together for India's independence. और इसको करवाने वाला कौन था? Muhammad Ali Jinnah. So Muhammad Ali Jinnah stood for Hindu-Muslim unity, but पता नहीं क्या हो गया? What happened to him? That mainly after the elections and the politics of the British, he reorganized the Muslim League after 1934 and became the major spokespersons for the demand for Pakistan. Later 1934 में उन्होंने Muslim League को फिर से दोबारा reorganize किया, and later he only became the reason, one of the very important reasons for India's partition into India and Pakistan. इन सब चीजों को आप लोग खुद पढ़ें, otherwise you won't be able to grasp. Nationalism in Africa, the case of Ghana, questions normally don't come from here, but I will still read the story for you all. The late 19th and early 20th centuries witnessed the rise of nationalism in many Afro-Asian countries, that is in countries of Africa and Asia both. In many of these, nationalism arose as a part of anti-colonial struggles for the independence. जैसे इंडिया में शुरू हुआ था colonial government के खिलाफ. Colonial rule in Africa was dictatorial. अफ्रीका में जो colonial rule था, जो ब्रिटिश लोगों का rule था, many other European countries ruled over Africa. It was dictatorial. That is, dictator की तरह वो rule करते थे. Only the chiefs were allowed to rule on behalf of the foreign powers. अफ्रीका में बच्चों, everyone knows ना कि in Africa there are many tribal people. There are many tribal groups.
Yes, sir.
Yes. हर tribal group के उनके अपने chief होते हैं. Each tribal group have their own chiefs. So what happened? Those chiefs became representatives of the British, of the French, of the Germans, etc. And they ruled like dictators. Alternately, laws affecting Africans were created in all white legislatures. Africans had no decision-making power or representation, not until after the Second World War at least. अफ्रीका में ही ब्रिटिश लोग रूल कर रहे हैं और अफ्रीकन्स को ही, just like Indians, उनके पास कोई राइट नहीं था कि वो अपने देश के बारे में कुछ बोले, participate करे in anything. The forcible takeover of land from local owners or users, increased taxation and poor working conditions led to many African protests. Just read it, students. You don't need to memorize anything from this topic. In 1951, Ghana is an African country, known until then as the Gold Coast, became the first sub-Saharan African country to gain independence. So it was the first sub-Saharan African country which became independent. The freedom movement was led by Kwame, I think N will be silent, Nkrumah's Convention's People Party through strikes, boycotts, and mass rallies. In 1951, this party won a huge electoral victory. It opposed the existing system in which the British rulers had allowed the chiefs to nominate representatives to the legislature. It pressed the British to grant a legislature that contained no nominated special members and won the demand in 1954. Elections to the new Legislative Council were held in 1956. The Convention's People's Party won these, thus paving the way for the proclamation of independent nation under the name Ghana. Okay, now NCRT question answers. There are no match the column, nothing in this. So let us directly go to the NCRT question and answers. Here, all can see the screen, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, why everyone can take screenshots? Why were people dissatisfied with British rule in the 1870s and 1880s? Most of the answers are a little bit long for this chapter, but write, everyone must write the same answers which I am showing now, so that it becomes easy for you all to do your work in now, because very less days are left. आपको और भी subjects पढ़ने हैं, that is why. Why were people dissatisfied with the British rule in 1870s and 1880s? Various things were there. I think in the beginning of the chapter, we all studied about many causes: Ilbert Bill, Vernacular Press Act, and Arms Act. Yes, पढ़ा था हम लोगों ने chapter के starting में, in the very beginning of the chapter.
Yes, sir.
If you all remember, here. Objection label: the dissatisfaction with the British rule intensified in the 1870s and 1880s. So there were many causes. The people were dissatisfied with the British rule, and remember, see how the answers are written all in points. Because of the following reasons: British were exercising control over the resources of India. First point, yes, you know, the British controlled all resources of India. They were exploiting India's resources. They were taking back all our money, all our resources, natural resources, everything back to Britain, and they were exploiting Indians by all way. B. British were exercising control over the lives of its people. Until this control ended, India could not be for Indians. Indians को क्या लगा? You know, British were controlling every aspect of our life. You know, we have read British controlled and destroyed the lives of Rajas and Maharajas. British controlled and destroyed the lives of tribals. British introduced, you know, I'm just giving you the explanation. British controlled, British introduced land reforms measures like permanent settlement, Mahalwari settlement, Rayatwari settlement, and they destroyed the lives of peasants by demanding more and more taxes. So what not? Everyone's life became very bad. So Indians को क्या लगा? जब तक British will keep controlling lives of Indians, तब तक, by that time, India will not be for Indians. Another, the Arms Act was passed in 1878, disallowing Indians from possessing arms. Arms means hathiyar. Remember that. Another was Vernacular Press Act. It was enacted in 1879 in an effort to silence those who were critical of the government. According to Vernacular Press Act, students, no newspaper, no one can print anything against the British government. Be it in newspapers, be it in books, be it in magazines, anywhere. If anyone does that, the British used to went, आपने पढ़ा इस chapter में, entire newspaper buildings were seized by the British, and those things were banned. Such newspapers, such books, these things were banned. Vernacular Press Act. At the end, in 1883, there was a furor. Furor means gussa logo ka, over the attempt by the government to introduce the Ilbert Bill. The bill provided for the trial of the British or European persons by Indians and sought equality between British and the Indian judges in the country. क्या हुआ था? इल्बर्ट बिल के बारे में आपने सिविक्स में भी पढ़ा है. बट यूरोपियंस, they were against the Ilbert Bill. यूरोपियंस जो थे इसके अगेंस्ट थे, and it clearly showed the racial discrimination of British against Indians. ब्रिटिश ने कहा कि कैसे इंडियन जजेस हमारे ऊपर सेंटेंस दे सकते हैं, कैसे वो हमें सजा दे सकते हैं. हाउ द इंडियन जजेस कैन पनिश अस. सो इल्बर्ट बिल वाज गोइंग टू बी इल्बर्ट बिल को लाया गया था to bring equality between Indian judges and European judges. But the Europeans, the British, they protested against it, and it could not be implemented. So all are the reasons, these are the reasons why the British were dissatisfied by the British rule. Understood, everyone? All can write?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All took a screenshot?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next. Who did the Indian National Congress wish to speak for? Do you remember we read about in a box about Badruddin Tayyabji? It was in one of the boxes. Here, I will show you. कहाँ से मैंने answers लिए? See. Can you all see it? Badruddin Tayyabji's.
Yes, sir.
Badruddin Tayyabji addressed the Congress. Who the Congress wished to speak for? Question का मतलब क्या है? कांग्रेस किसको रिप्रेजेंट कर रही थी? Whom the Congress was representing? किसको वो फेवर कर रही थी? For whom it was speaking? For whom it was doing work? So Badruddin Tayyabji addressed the Congress as president in 1887. What? This Congress is composed of the representatives, not of any one class or community of India, but of all the different communities of India. So इसका मतलब क्या है? बदरुद्दीन तैयब जी क्या समझा रहे हैं कि कांग्रेस जो है वो सिर्फ एक किसी क्लास, कम्युनिटी, कास्ट, रिलीजन को नहीं रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है. यहाँ पे पूरे इंडिया से रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स हैं, फ्रॉम ऑल कम्युनिटीज, फ्रॉम ऑल रिलीजन्स, फ्रॉम ऑल कास्ट, from rich background, from poor background. That means Congress wished to speak for entire India, for all Indians. So now everyone see the answer. The Congress is composed of the representatives, or not of any one class or community of India, but of all the different communities of India. So the Indian National Congress wished to speak for all Indians and worked for the freedom of India from the British rule. Yes, Bhumi, what do you want to say?
Sir, will you share this PPT on the social science WhatsApp group?
It depends. I may share in the Google Classroom. I will share it in the Google Classroom, nowhere else. But take the screenshots also so that आज ही आप पूरा काम complete कर ले. Everyone complete the work today only. Okay. Everyone keep taking screenshots. I think all can take screenshots. Yes. चलो. What economic impact did the First World War have on India? बच्चों याद है हम लोगों ने First World War के बारे में पढ़ा था?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So everyone, before writing the answers which I am giving you all, once read the topic also. Here I will go. Where was that topic of First World War? Just a second.
Page 114.
114. Okay. Here, everyone, can you all see it? Please first read it. The First World War altered the economic, altered matlab changed the economic and political situation in India. It led to a huge rise in the defense expenditure of the government of India. This can be one point. The government in turn increased taxes on individual incomes and business profits. This, write it as 1 point, point 1. Okay, next. Increased military, okay. The government in turn increased taxes on individual incomes and business profits. Increased military expenditure and the demands for war supplies led to a sharp rise in prices, which created great difficulties for the common people. This can be your second point. Increased military expenditure and the demands for war supplies led to a sharp rise in prices, which created difficulties for the common people. Next, on the other hand, businesses groups reaped fabulous profits from the war. That is the next point. How? Kaise? Because the war created a demand for industrial goods like jute bags, cloth, rails, and caused a decline of imports from other countries to India. Okay? Enough. Itna enough hai. That is enough. So, इसके बाद ये point भी बहुत important. Indian industries expanded during the war and Indian business groups began to demand greater opportunities for development. You can write this point also. Understood how you can write this answer, everyone? Point by point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I showed you here. I have given, you can write it in a short way, but I have given you 3 points, but you can write all the points also. Copy में सारे points लिखिए. Exam में write points according to the numbers. The First World War led to a huge rise in defense expenditure. I'd explained this. Increased military expenditure and demands of war supplies. Then on the other hand, business group reaped fabulous profits from the war. First World War caused decline in imports from other countries into India. Next, what did the Muslim League resolution of 1940 ask for? This answer is also given here. Anushka, can you tell in which page this one is given? 1941. Wait a second.
I'm searching.
Wait a second. Let me find out.
Page 123.
I think it will be here. यहाँ पे होना चाहिए. Yes. Can you all see towards independence and partition? In 1940, Muslim League had moved a resolution demanding independent states for Muslims in the northwestern and eastern areas of the country. The resolution did not mention partition or Pakistan. All can see this highlighted portion?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
This is the answer, everyone. You can take the screenshot from here also. This is the answer. The same thing I have written here. In 1940, the Muslim League had moved a resolution, same answer. Who were moderates? If you all remember, students, we talked about moderates in the beginning of the chapter only. Who were moderates? How did they propose to struggle against the British rule? Here, for the sake to make it short, I have given only 2 points. The moderate leaders wanted to develop public awareness, लोगों को जागरूक करना चाहते थे about the unjust nature of British rule, that how bad the British rule was. Unjust means how not justified, जो सही नहीं है, not correct. They published newspapers, they wrote articles and showed how British rule was leading to the economic ruin of the country. They felt that the British had respect for the ideals of freedom and justice and so would accept the demands of Indians. What was necessary? That therefore was to express these demands and make the government aware of the feelings of Indians. लेकिन बच्चों बुक में और भी पॉइंट्स दिए हुए हैं. Read those points. Just a second, let me go towards and show you where we are talking about the moderates. Just here we go. I think it is here. It is given here somewhere.
Page number 112.
It is given here. Page 111 is also there. From here, you should start reading. It has often been said that the Congress in the first 20 years was moderate in its objectives and methods. During this period, it demanded a greater voice for Indians in the government and in administration. It wanted the legislative councils to be made more representative, give more power and introduced in provinces which where these does not existed. It demanded that Indians, moderates ka demand kiya tha. See, these were the demands. It demanded that Indians be placed in higher positions in the government. For this purpose, it called for civil service examinations to be held in India as well, not just in London. देखो, ये है demands. Moderates के demands क्या थे? In the very beginning phase of the Congress, these were the demands. आगे देखते हैं how they did it here. The early Congress raised also a number of economic issues. It declared that the British rule had led to poverty and famines. So, यहाँ पे, this paragraph, everyone. The moderate leaders wanted to develop public awareness about the unjust nature of British rule. They published newspapers, they wrote articles and showed how British rule was leading to the economic ruin of the country. They criticized British rule in their speeches and sent representatives to different parts of the country to mobilize public opinion. मैंने बस ये वाला point हटा दिया है, but if you can write this entire paragraph as your answer. But points में divide कर दो. First point, the first paragraph, then after this one, then the third one. At the end, they felt that the British had respect for the ideals of freedom and justice, and so they would accept the just demands of Indians. What was necessary? As I said, moderates को बहुत विश्वास था British पे. Moderates thought that British respected justice, British respected freedom. So ये जरूरी है कि हम ब्रिटिश को अपनी प्रॉब्लम को बताएं. तो the British even don't know what Indians have problem. बड़े भोले भाले थे moderates. British do not know what problems we are facing. So we need to tell the British what are our demands and what problems we are facing. And British are so good that they will solve all our problems. So moderates were too good. They were too good people. Okay, chalo. Next question, everyone. Can you see the next question? How was the politics of the radicals within the Congress different from that of the moderates? Students, all there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
आपको अगर याद होगा हम लोगों ने पढ़ा था moderates और radicals के बारे में. We have studied about moderates and radicals. So,
Yes.
Here, see, कैसे करके in this freedom is our birthright, इस पैराग्राफ में आपको ऐसा मिलेगा. That is, leaders like Bipin Chandra Pal, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, they were radicals. They criticized the moderates for the politics of prayer. and emphasized the importance of self-reliance and constructive work. They argued that people must rely on their own strength, not on the good intentions of the government. So, radicals जो हैं, radicals क्या believe करते थे that even अगर revolutionary violence की भी जरूरत पड़े, if people, like Subhash Chandra Bose, a great example, Subhash Chandra Bose said that even if we have to fight with the British, with real war, like real war, to get independence, we will even do that. In the fight for Swaraj, the radicals advocated mass mobilization. Mass mobilization का मतलब क्या होता है? बहुत लोगों को इकट्ठा करो, उनको जागरूक करो, bring them in the freedom struggle, and boycott of British institutions and goods. British institutions को छोड़ दो, British goods को use मत करो. Some individuals, even like Bhagat Singh, Subhash Chandra Bose, Chandrasekhar Azad, many such people began to suggest that revolutionary violence would be necessary to overthrow British rule. सिर्फ अहिंसा के रास्ते से हमें आजादी नहीं मिलेगी, अगर हमें violence करने की जरूरत पड़े, we will even do that to overthrow the British rule. That was the thinking of radicals. Moderates का क्या था? Moderates on the other hand wanted to follow the rules, the laws, and the order posed by the British. They followed the practice of prayers, just praying to the British, please do this, please do that, which radicals totally opposed. Understood everyone? All the students present?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next. Discuss the various forms that the non-cooperation movement took in parts in India. How did the people understand Gandhiji? Please don't have a panic attack to see these. The answer is so long. Even the answer needs to be a little bit longer. But do you remember that we studied how non-cooperation movement spread all over India in different ways?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So here I have given those examples only. I'm not reading it. What happened in Kheda, what happened in coastal Andhra, what happened in Guntur, what happened in Sindh, what happened in Bengal, what happened in Punjab, and how people saw Mahatma Gandhi. लोग महात्मा गांधी को मसाया की तरह देखते थे. They saw Mahatma Gandhi as Masiha, and that Mahatma Gandhi is there to help them to overcome the misery and poverty, etc. So इसमें आपको पूरा ही लिखना पड़ेगा. Normally such questions do not come in exam, students, but you will have to write about it. Okay, everyone can write now after seeing the answer.
Yes, sir.
Because आपको लिखना है. Because it is asking here, discuss the various forms of the non-cooperation movement took in different parts of India. So हर part के बारे में आपको लिखना पड़ेगा, obviously. But as I said, most probably this question will not come in exam. Why did Gandhi ji choose to break the salt law? हम लोगों ने ये कल पढ़ा था ना बच्चों? We discussed it about in length. क्यों गांधी जी ने सिर्फ salt law को ही choose किया to break? Yes. Do you remember the discussion? बच्चों, do you remember the discussion? I told you all now why Gandhi ji took salt law only, why no other laws, why he chose to break the salt law. बच्चों कल
Because
पढ़ा
it was used by everyone.
Because it was used by everyone. Because it was a common grievance. एक word दिया हुआ है, common grievance. Be it for the rich, be it for the poor. Taxation on salt was a common, problem, grievance for the rich, for the poor, for everyone. And Mahatma Gandhi and other nationalist leaders said it was sinful to tax such an important and essential commodity, which is used by everyone equally. So the British introduced a law stating that government had control over the manufacture and sale of salt. So only the British, it was a monopoly. Remember this word. British had absolute control and monopoly over the manufacturing of salt and selling of salt. Also, it also imposed a tax on the sale of salt. Mahatma Gandhi, another nationalist leader, argued that salt was a very essential item of our food, and hence it was wrong to impose a tax on salt. Moreover, this issue of salt was related to all, be it the rich or the poor equally. Hence, in 1930, Mahatma Gandhi declared that he would lead a march to break the salt law. और ये एक तरीका भी था to bring everyone together, to bring the rich, to bring the poor, everyone together in the civil disobedience movement. Okay, all can now write the answer. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Great. डिस्कस दोज डेवलपमेंट्स ऑफ 90। हाँ, ये क्वेश्चन बहुत लंबा इसलिए है बच्चों क्योंकि इसमें हमें पूरा बताना है 1937 से लेके 1947 तक व्हाट हैपेंड इन इंडिया which led to the creation of Pakistan or India's partition. So this answer is long. Last year also students were, sir, this long answer, but yes, you will have to write it. Developments क्या क्या चीज हुए? Muslim League was formed in 1906, but Congress's failure to mobilize the Muslim masses in the 1920s allowed the League to widen its support. Elections. This is very important. Elections result of 1937. They got very less seats, even in areas where large number of Muslims lived. They here, sorry, I will correct it. Before I will share, I will correct it. There means the Congress. Indian National Congress got very less seats, even in areas where a large number of Muslims lived, made them feel as a minority community. Also, in 1940, this point, I will rectify this point. 1940, two-nation theory was floated by them. Them means the Muslim League. Elections to the provinces were again held in 1946. Congress did well in the general constituencies, but the League's successes in the seats reserved for Muslims was spectacular. So the League persisted with its demand for Pakistan. Do you remember, students, the British sent a cabinet mission of 3 members? Kal padha tha. A 3-member cabinet mission came in India who suggested that India should not be divided. Rather, India should be a loose confederacy and Muslim dominated areas in their Muslim League को freedom देना चाहिए. Muslim League should be given freedom to have their own government in the Muslim dominated areas, but India should not be divided. But बच्चों, was the cabinet mission successful? Was this 3-member cabinet mission successful?
No, sir.
No, it was not. As the cabinet mission failed, the Muslim League decided on mass agitation for winning its Pakistan demand and announced 16th August 1946 as Direct Action Day. Direct Action Day के दिन क्या हुआ था? On this day, riots broke out in Calcutta, lasting several days and resulting in the death of thousands of people, mostly Hindus. By March 1947, violence spread to different parts of northern India. पूरे northern India में violence फैल गया. With mass agitation, India was partitioned in 1947 and Pakistan was born. And then Pakistan was inevitable, it was born. So I will send you little bit changed answer of this one. So now NCERT exercises all will be able to do, students?
Yes, sir.
Great. Now we definitely have the comment. So let me just show you the comment questions. Just a second. I think this is the comment. Yes. The making of the national movement. I am leaving these questions right now, but first let us quickly do these MCQ type questions. All can see the MCQ type questions on your screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Bhumi?
Sir, you have not discussed the comment questions of woman caste and reform chapter.
I know. I will provide you complete answers for that. By today in the Google Classroom. All are joined in the Google Classroom, I believe, yes?
Yes, sir.
Great. Today you all will get the answers of those questions. So just you all read those answers and write those answers in your copy. Chalo. Which political association was formed after 1850? Pune Sarvajanik Sabha, the Indian Association, Indian National Congress, or all of these?
Sir, all of these.
All of these. Very correct. Who was a radical leader amongst the following? Mahatma Gandhi, Rabindranath Tagore, Dadabhai Naoroji, Lala Lajpat Rai. Lala Lajpat
Right.
Rai. Lala Lajpat Rai. In which year Indian National Congress was formed? 1880, 1885, 1885.
1885.
Correct. Which one is true about Rowlatt Act? It was passed in 1919. This act curbed fundamental rights of Indians. The act allowed Indians to express their views, both A and B.
Both A and B.
Correct. Both A and B. Obviously not C. Rowlatt Act was passed in 1919. याद रखना, Rowlatt Act के पास होने के बाद ही जलियांवाला बाग मैसेकर होता है. People gathered in Jallianwala Bagh or Jallianwala Bagh, men, women, children, all in a peaceful gathering to discuss about, Rowlatt Act, a peaceful gathering was there to discuss about, what the British were doing, etc. Just to terrorize. Rowlatt Act gave the police immense powers. Rowlatt Act gave the police the powers to, kill any Indian, to shoot any Indian, to arrest any Indian without any cause. So General Dyer went to the Jallianwala Bagh. He closed the only gate to the Jallianwala Bagh and he opened fired on the people there, in which thousands of people died. So it was after the Rowlatt Act. So always remember, Rowlatt Act हमेशा जुड़ा हुआ है with the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. So A and B. Who was the first president of Indian National Congress? Mahatma Gandhi, Surendranath Banerjee, Jawaharlal Nehru और Vomesh Chandra Banerjee.
महात्मा गांधी.
वाह वाह वाह, महात्मा गांधी. बच्चा,
Sir,
महात्मा
Jawaharlal
गांधी
Nehru.
महात्मा गांधी का उसमें कोई सीन ही नहीं था. Congress was made in 1885. There was no scene of Mahatma Gandhi way back then. तुरंत बोल दिया महात्मा गांधी.
The C1.
बच्चों, इसीलिए बोलते हैं किताब पढ़िए सब लोग. Everyone now see in the book. Here. The Indian National Congress was established when 72 delegates from all over the country met at Bombay in December 1885. The early leadership, Dada Saheb, and here you will see, just a second. It was Surendranath Banerjee, I think. The first, yes, just a second. Yeah. So it was Surendranath Banerjee. The Direct Action Day was announced by Muslim League on, very easy question. Abhi padha tha.
16th August 1946.
16th August 1946. Just uske ek saal baad we have the partition. Now explain the reasons. Do you remember about Simon Commission, students?
Yes, sir.
About Simon
sir.
Commission. Here it is. Why Simon Commission was boycotted? Simon Commission, what is the question? Just a second. Explain the reasons behind the boycott of Simon Commission in India. Very easy. Very, very easy answer. It is given here, everyone. Simon here. Demonstrators opposed the Simon Commission. Please write this entire paragraph as your answer. In 1927, the British government in England decided to send a commission headed by Lord Simon to decide India's political future. The commission had no Indian representative. That is why the decision created an outrage in India. All political groups decided to boycott the commission. When the commission arrived, it was met with demonstrators, banner saying Simon go back. लिख सकते हैं अब आंसर इसका, everyone? Okay.
Yes.
Next.
Yes.
What was the significance of Lahore session 1929? बताओ जल्दी से. It is given just here. Here, बच्चों. Lahore session, this was Lahore session of 1929, everyone. The decade closed with the Congress resolving to fight for Purna Swaraj in 1929 under the presidency of Jawaharlal Nehru. So बच्चों 1929 में कांग्रेस की जो मीटिंग हुई थी, the annual Congress session held in Lahore. ये आपकी किताब में डायरेक्टली नहीं दिया हुआ है. So how will you write? The significance of the Lahore session of 1929 was that in this session, under the presidency of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the Congress resolved to fight for Purna Swaraj, complete independence. And consequently, Independence Day was observed on 26 January 1930 all over the country. Again, I am repeating, the significance of the Lahore session of 1929 was that in this Congress session, under the presidency of Jawaharlal Nehru, Congress resolved to fight for Purna Swaraj, complete independence, and consequently Independence Day was observed on 26 January 1930 all over the country. Understood, everyone? Who are present? Only 11 students are present. Okay? Okay, everyone. These we will discuss tomorrow. These few questions we will discuss tomorrow. And tomorrow we will start a new chapter of geography, the second chapter of geography of the annual term. Okay, everyone. So please see the chapter of geography. Yes, yes. Please say. Anyone wants to say something?
No, sir.
Okay, everyone. So as you know, online classes will only go on till this entire week. So be ready. Yes, Anushka, what you want to say?
Sir, I want to ask one question regarding that Simon Commission. That,
Hold on.
sir, why during that when the people were protesting for this commission, so sir, why they use only black color flag? Why not other colors flag?
Well, black is always, even आज भी आप देखेंगे अगर कहीं पे protest होता है, people always use black color